You've probably been told your whole life that fruits and vegetables are the healthiest things you can eat. But what if I told you that some of them could actually be dangerous, especially if you have kidney problems? Well, here's the shocking truth backed by science. Many common fruits and vegetables are loaded with potassium, and for people with kidney disease, that's a serious issue. When kidneys are not working well, they struggle to get rid of excess potassium, and that buildup, it can lead to muscle weakness, irregular heartbeat, or even heart failure. According to a study published in the Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology, patients with chronic kidney disease who had high potassium levels were 30% more likely to experience cardiac complications. That's a massive risk from something as innocent as a banana or a tomato. But don't panic just yet. There's good news. Not all fruits and vegetables are off-limits. In fact, there's a whole list of delicious, kidney-safe options that are naturally low in potassium and full of nutrients your body still needs. These foods can help you stay healthy, energized, and satisfied without putting extra pressure on your kidneys. And here's the real kicker. Number one on our list is not only surprisingly low in potassium, but a new study found it may actually help improve kidney function when eaten regularly. You've probably seen it in your kitchen 100 times and had no idea just how powerful it could be. Before we begin, let us know in the comments below where you're watching from. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Now, without any further ado, let's get started. 8. Cabbage. Kicking off our list is cabbage, and let me tell you, this humble veggie is way more powerful than it looks. Cabbage is part of the cruciferous family, which includes other health champs like broccoli and cauliflower. But what makes cabbage stand out for kidney patients is its incredibly low potassium content. 1 cup of raw chopped cabbage contains only about 119 milligrams of potassium. That's less than half the amount in a small banana. This makes it a perfect go-to for anyone needing to keep their potassium in check. But cabbage doesn't just play it safe. It brings a lot to the table. It's packed with vitamins C and K, plus a good dose of fiber that helps with digestion. What's even more exciting is that cabbage contains powerful plant compounds called phytochemicals, which have been linked to reduced inflammation and lower cancer risk in some studies. Now, when it comes to preparing cabbage, the options are endless. You can enjoy it raw in a crunchy salad or slaw, or sauté it lightly with a bit of olive oil and garlic for a warm, comforting side. Avoid overcooking it, though. That can destroy some of its nutrients and make it lose that satisfying texture. One of the best ways to enjoy cabbage if you're on a kidney-friendly diet is to shred it thin, mix it with some vinegar and herbs, and let it sit in the fridge to make a refreshing homemade coleslaw. Not only is it tasty and light, but it also avoids the hidden potassium traps that come with many store-bought versions. A 2018 study from the Journal of Renal Nutrition highlighted that incorporating low-potassium vegetables like cabbage into meals helped kidney patients stay within safe potassium ranges without feeling deprived. So don't underestimate this leafy green. It's affordable, versatile, and most importantly, gentle on your kidneys. 7. Cauliflower. Cauliflower, a vegetable that's been making waves lately as a low-carb substitute, but it's also a low-potassium hero for kidney patients. 1 cup of chopped raw cauliflower contains just around 320 milligrams of potassium, which might sound a little high at first glance, but here's where it gets interesting. When you cook cauliflower and eat it in moderate portions, the potassium becomes much more manageable. In fact, boiling it can significantly reduce its potassium content because some of the potassium leaches into the water. That's why boiling or steaming cauliflower is one of the best ways to prepare it for a kidney-friendly diet. But potassium isn't the only reason cauliflower earns its place here. This vegetable is rich in compounds called glucosinolates and thiocyanates, which may help detoxify harmful substances in the body. For kidney patients who already have a reduced ability to filter toxins, that's a huge bonus. Plus, Cauliflower is high in fiber and vitamin C, both of which support immune function and digestive health. A study published in the journal Advances in Nutrition found that diets including cruciferous vegetables like cauliflower were linked to better overall organ health and reduced inflammation markers. And let's not forget how versatile it is. You can mash it, roast it, turn it into rice, or even use it as a base for pizza crust. One of the easiest ways to get the most out of it is to steam it and blend it into a creamy cauliflower mash with a little garlic and olive oil. It's comforting, kidney-safe, and feels indulgent without the risks. Cauliflower might not have the flash of trendier superfoods, but when it comes to protecting your kidneys while still delivering flavor and nutrition, it definitely pulls its weight. 6. Blueberries. Blueberries. And these little guys pack a serious punch in a tiny package. Blueberries are one of the best fruits you can eat if you have kidney issues, and not just because they're low in potassium. A half cup of fresh blueberries has only about 60 milligrams of potassium, which makes them one of the lowest potassium fruits out there. That alone makes them a great snack or topping for people watching their kidney health. But what really makes them shine is their antioxidant power. Blueberries are loaded with a compound called anthocyanin. That's the pigment that gives them their deep blue color, and it's also a powerful antioxidant that helps protect your cells from damage. For kidney patients whose bodies are already under stress due to inflammation and toxin buildup, getting more antioxidants can make a real difference. A study published in the journal Nutrients in 2020 found that regular consumption of blueberries significantly reduced markers of oxidative stress and inflammation in patients with metabolic issues, which often go hand in hand with kidney disease. That's not just interesting, it's a real strategy you can use to help your body fight back. One of the best things about blueberries is how easy they are to work into your meals. You can toss them into oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, sprinkle them over a salad, or just eat them by the handful as a snack. Just make sure to go for fresh or frozen blueberries without any added sugars or syrups. Canned or preserved versions often have extra potassium or phosphorus added as preservatives, which you definitely want to avoid if your kidneys are struggling. For an extra boost, try making a simple kidney-friendly blueberry compote by gently heating them with a splash of water and a sprinkle of cinnamon. It's a sweet topping you can use on pancakes, toast, or even a spoonful of Greek yogurt. Just be mindful of the portion size. Blueberries are not just a safe fruit choice. They're a smart one. Low in potassium, high in protective nutrients, and incredibly versatile, they absolutely deserve a spot in your kidney-friendly kitchen. 5. Red bell peppers. Next, we have one of the most colorful and flavorful vegetables out there, red bell peppers. These bright beauties are a fantastic addition to any meal if you're managing kidney disease. What makes them especially valuable is their surprisingly low potassium content. One medium red bell pepper contains only about 210 milligrams of potassium. That's low enough to make them one of the safest vegetables you can eat on a kidney-friendly diet. And unlike many other vegetables, they don't require leaching or special prep to stay safe. But red bell peppers don't just stop at being low in potassium. They're also packed with vitamin C. One medium pepper provides more than 150% of the daily recommended value. That's a huge bonus for your immune system. They also contain vitamin A and several powerful antioxidants like beta-carotene and lycopene, which can help reduce inflammation and support overall health. This is important because chronic inflammation plays a big role in how fast kidney disease progresses. A 2014 study published in the journal Kidney International Reports found that patients with lower antioxidant levels experienced faster kidney function decline compared to those with diets rich in plant-based antioxidants. That puts red bell peppers in the spotlight as a smart and tasty defense tool. Preparation is easy and super flexible. You can slice them up raw and toss them into salads, dip them in hummus, stir-fry them with other low-potassium veggies, or roast them to bring out their natural sweetness. Roasting is actually one of the best ways to enjoy them because it intensifies the flavor without adding anything harmful. Just drizzle a little olive oil, sprinkle a pinch of herbs, and bake them until they're soft and slightly caramelized. They're also great in wraps, soups, or even stuffed with a small portion of seasoned rice or lean protein for a balanced meal. Red bell peppers add more than just color to your plate. They deliver flavor, nutrients, and peace of mind for your kidneys, all without tipping your potassium levels into dangerous territory. 4. Apples. You've heard the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And for kidney patients, that might be more true than you think. Apples are naturally low in potassium, with a medium-sized apple containing only about 195 milligrams. That's low enough to make them a worry-free option for daily snacking or meal prep. And they don't require any special treatment to stay safe. Just rinse, slice, and enjoy. But what really makes apples stand out is the fiber content, especially a type of fiber called pectin. Pectin helps bind waste products in the intestines and carry them out of the body, which reduces the workload on your kidneys. That's a big deal when your kidneys are already struggling to filter out toxins on their own. A study published in the International Journal of Nephrology found that increasing dietary fiber in patients with chronic kidney disease led to a significant drop in blood urea nitrogen levels, a key marker of kidney stress. Apples were one of the top sources of that fiber in the study. Beyond fiber, apples are also rich in antioxidants like quercetin and flavonoids. These compounds have anti-inflammatory and heart protective effects, which is especially helpful because people with kidney disease are also at a higher risk for cardiovascular problems. The best part is that apples are incredibly versatile. You can eat them raw, sliced into salads, baked with a sprinkle of cinnamon, or stewed into a warm, comforting compote. Just be cautious with store-bought applesauce. Many brands add extra sugar and preservatives that aren't kidney-friendly. If you make your own at home, you control exactly what goes in. One overlooked trick is to eat apples with the skin on. That's where a lot of the fiber and nutrients live. Just make sure to wash them thoroughly to remove any pesticides or wax coating. Apples aren't just a sweet, crunchy snack. They're a gentle, helpful food that supports your kidney function in more ways than one. 3. Grapes. Whether you prefer red, green, or black, grapes are a safe and smart choice for people who need to keep their potassium in check. A cup of red or green seedless grapes contains only around 288 milligrams of potassium, which is still within the low range when eaten in moderate portions. But it's not just about the low potassium. Grapes offer something even more valuable to kidney patients, a group of natural compounds called flavonoids, particularly one called resveratrol. Resveratrol has been studied for its anti-inflammatory and cardiovascular benefits. For kidney patients who are at much higher risk of heart disease and chronic inflammation, that matters a lot. In a 2019 study published in the Journal of Functional Foods, resveratrol supplementation helped reduce blood pressure and improve kidney function markers in patients with early-stage kidney disease. While the study used concentrated resveratrol, grapes are one of the best natural sources of this compound, especially red and black varieties. That means you can get some of those benefits just by snacking on a handful of fresh grapes. Grapes also help hydrate your body because they have a high water content. This is especially important for people who are still allowed to take in fluids but need help flushing out toxins gently. They're also a good source of vitamin C and vitamin K, and their natural sweetness can help curb cravings for less kidney-friendly sugary snacks. When it comes to eating grapes, fresh is always best. You can freeze them for a cool summer treat, toss them into salads for a burst of flavor, or enjoy them with a few slices of apple for a quick snack. Just steer clear of grape juice or dried grapes like raisins, since both forms are more concentrated in sugar and potassium. 1 cup of raisins, for example, has more than 1,000 milligrams of potassium. That's a no-go for someone with kidney issues. Grapes are sweet, juicy, and full of protective nutrients, all while keeping your potassium intake safely in check. They're a perfect example of how you can enjoy real flavor and variety on a kidney-safe diet. 2. Pineapple. When most fruits are off the table because of high potassium, pineapple stands out as one of the few that delivers sweetness without the danger. 1 cup of fresh pineapple chunks contains only about 180 milligrams of potassium, making it a low-potassium fruit that's safe and satisfying for people with kidney disease. What makes pineapple even more special is that it's packed with an enzyme called bromelain. Bromelain helps break down proteins in the digestive system, and there's growing evidence that it may help reduce inflammation throughout the body. For people with chronic kidney disease, who often suffer from low-grade systemic inflammation, that's a real benefit. In a 2016 study published in Biomedical Reports, researchers found that bromelain supplementation helped reduce inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein in people with various chronic conditions. That kind of natural anti-inflammatory effect is exactly what kidneys under stress need. Pineapple is also high in vitamin C, manganese, and a good dose of hydration from its juicy texture, all without the added potassium that bananas or oranges bring. Just make sure you're sticking with fresh or frozen pineapple. Canned versions are often packed in syrup or come with added preservatives, and those can include hidden phosphorus or potassium additives that you want to avoid. If you do use canned pineapple in a pinch, choose the kind packed in 100% natural juice and rinse it before eating. There are so many ways to enjoy pineapple that it never gets boring. You can blend it into a smoothie with other low-potassium fruits like blueberries, grill it to bring out its natural sugars, or add it to a fruit salsa for a refreshing side dish. It also pairs really well with savory dishes like grilled chicken or shrimp, giving you that sweet-salty combo without needing to resort to processed sauces or dressings. Pineapple proves that eating for your kidneys doesn't have to mean giving up flavor. It's a naturally sweet, low-potassium choice that offers real nutritional perks and a taste of the tropics on your plate. 1. Garlic. Garlic might not be a fruit or a traditional vegetable in the way we usually think of them, but its impact on kidney function is well worth talking about. First, it's naturally very low in potassium. A single clove of garlic contains only about 12 milligrams of potassium. That's almost nothing, which means you can use garlic freely without worrying about it pushing your levels too high. But what makes garlic truly shine is what it adds to your diet without adding salt, potassium, or harmful additives. People with kidney disease often need to reduce sodium in their diet, and that can make food taste bland if you're not careful. Garlic steps in as a flavorful, kidney-safe way to boost taste without reaching for the salt shaker. But there's more to garlic than just taste. It has powerful anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and antioxidant properties. A study published in the Pakistan Journal of Pharmaceutical Sciences found that patients with kidney damage who received garlic extract showed improved kidney markers, including reduced creatinine levels and lower urea. Those are two of the most important indicators of kidney function, so seeing improvement there is a huge deal. Garlic contains compounds like allicin, which forms when you crush or chop a fresh garlic clove. Allicin has been shown to help lower blood pressure and reduce inflammation, two key concerns for people living with chronic kidney disease. You can add garlic to almost anything. Sauté it into vegetables, stir it into soups, roast it whole for a sweet and mellow spread, or even mince it raw and mix it with olive oil and lemon for a kidney-safe dressing. Just avoid garlic salts or powders with added sodium. Those defeat the whole purpose. Adding garlic to your meals is a small step with a big payoff. It keeps your food delicious, supports your kidney health from multiple angles, and helps reduce your reliance on salt and high potassium ingredients. For something so small, garlic brings a lot to the table. Now we want to hear from you. Which of these low-potassium foods surprised you the most? Do you have a favorite kidney-friendly fruit or vegetable that we missed? Share with us your experiences in the comments below. Thanks for watching.